Hi David, I'm Marty with Showers of Blessing, and we've chatted and we're about to take a test drive, and you've been very helpful. And one of the things we've discussed is buying a used version of this kind of thing.
Right.
So tell us, my intent is to be able to share this with our executive director and other of our people. What's your thought on buying used versions of this or the Mercedes version? Or
well, used versions, when you get into commercial vans like what we're driving, two things to be concerned with. One, the lack of vehicles in inventory that are being turned in off of, well, whether they're leased or purchased, just because they're utility vehicles. Second, a used vehicle, you're not going to know how it was punished. And that's really how you got to look at, especially with a cargo van along those lines. How was it used? Was it overweighted? Was it underweighted? There are always questions to that. New, you don't have that question. You know. You're going to be the one loading it up. You're going to be doing everything you've already told me you're going to be doing the vehicle. This vehicle will do, and then some. So you don't have to worry about how it was handled and maintained. As far as Mercedes, I've got nothing bad to say against Mercedes. It's a great vehicle. The only thing I would concern myself with is maintenance costs. It's a European brand car. They're expensive to maintain. I don't know if there's a Mercedes dealership in Goleta. I know that there's a Ford dealership in Santa Barbara. So cost of maintenance is going to be more than likely significantly less than the Mercedes.
okay, you actually worked for Mercedes before, and so you.
Well, I sold Mercedes before.
Okay.
As an upfit company in Thousand Oaks, so I was fairly intimate with Sprinter vans. So cost-wise, I know where they're at. Again, they're good product. It's just maintenance.
Okay, so you think the performance of them are basically the same?
I would say very close. Their diesel, obviously, their diesel technology is, second to none in many respects. But if you're not looking at going diesel like we've been discussing, at that point you go with what's a proven platform, and the V6 that's in this car is a proven platform and fairly bulletproof.
And so what's the advantage of diesel versus gas and vice versa?
If you get down to the nuts and bolts of it, longevity. Most diesels are going to go 300,000+ miles. The vehicle will start falling apart after about 200,000 miles in, and most vehicles don't put up with that kind of punishment for very long. I've gotten out of gas motors 250,000 miles, so 275,000 miles. It's all on how you maintain the vehicle. So you can get the life out of a gas motor. It's just your diesel's going to be more expensive. You can run this on 87. You're going to have to run the diesel on basically the price of premium. Oil changes are more expensive no matter how you slice it. Your oil is a different oil. This you can use a synthetic blend or a full synthetic. You can average it out to one, maybe two oil changes a year if you play the cards right.
Okay, so relative to used vehicles, my understanding is they're very difficult to find.
They are.
And they're not cheap.
No, they're pulling all the money. Anytime we end up with them, they pull all the money. And people pay it. And
I guess there's no lot anywhere in LA or anything that you can go find a bunch of used.
I'm not going to say that, honestly. I don't know down further south what the market is.
How would one... it looks to me like you go online and you find them all over the country. How do you check them out?
Well, when we go to auctions, they run them through the auctions we go through. And that's the only time we ever deal with it, is when we go to our auctions, which every dealership from San Luis Obispo down into LA, down in the Valley, they all go to the same auctions. So whatever's coming through Southern California, we end up seeing what everybody else sees.
And you don't have any used of these vehicles?
I'm not saying I don't. We just drove past a lot. It looks like I might have a couple in the back. We'll take a look when we're done with the drive.
Okay, cool. So are we stopping for me to...
Yes, you're going to swap out.
Okay, so I guess I better quit videoing.
There you go.